You know, we don't take enough time to appreciate how beautiful life in general is. God, I'm so happy to be alive.
Um, Life isn't making me all that giddy and happy as you say I should be. What with all the wars, genocides, famines? Maybe a joke would make me feel better. A president and a horse walk into a barn.
Okay, let's get on with the Pluribus review. God, you never know when to stop a bit.
What is up, sneak peekers? My name is Rosie, and if I seem a little more peppy and enthusiastic today, it's because I've joined millions of others on the Pluribus. Wait, you haven't heard of it? Well, you might have heard of its creator, Vince Gilligan, the showrunner and creator of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Vince has had a tight grip on television since 2008, but it's stayed confined to one connected storyline for that whole time. It's weird to think that the man who's responsible for the Netflix renaissance and changing how TV is told forever has done it while only talking about New Mexico drug lords. But once he finished Better Call Saul, he decided he wanted to prove to himself that he can excel in any type of storytelling, and thus birthed the untitled Vince Gilligan Project. For 3 years, Hollywood knew he was working on another show, but knowing anything more than that was a tight-held secret. It was a battle to find out the cast, genre, anything, but despite hiding details from everyone, including Vince's wife, sprinkles of information started getting through. Under the working title Wycaro 339, we learned that it seemed to be a science fiction show playing on psychological thriller elements. It was announced that Rhea Seehorn, who plays Kim Wexler in Better Call Saul, would be the lead. Playing off Breaking Bad similarities, we also learned that it would be set in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is a tad ironic with how past cast members on Vince's shows have poked fun at the unappealing nature of shooting in the desert city. And then finally, in July, we got the most information we've ever gotten. A pop-up stand, a teaser, and a name, Pluribus. I will admit that the first snippets given to me made me cautious to join watchers. The tagline given in the advertising was, "The most miserable person on earth must save the world from happiness." What the hell does that even mean? But I can try and explain what the show is really like. It follows Carol, a romantic fiction writer who's a more negative person than everyone around her, including her manager and wife, Helen. One night, when celebrating the end of her book tour, Carol witnesses an incredibly strange event. Everyone in the city of Albuquerque starts to have a seizure except her. She fights her hardest to bring Helen to safety, but by the time she reaches the hospital, she dies. But everyone else wakes up as the same person. Due to a chemical compound spread in the sky across the world, all but 11 people on Earth have become a part of a joined consciousness, all sharing each other's memories and thinking together in tandem. Carol is now on a path to try and reverse this process while dealing with the loss of Helen, trying to beat out the clock on when the collective will find the right strand of the chemical that will let her finally join them. One thing is clear about Pluribus so far. He's still got it. Every episode has the same mystery and pacing as his previous work, and it's an incredible feeling to watch the pieces turn, to have every question answered, and to see how Carol responds to the world she's been found in. Even when we find ourselves with a calm antagonist, with the collective trying to serve Carol to make her happy ahead of the new strain, the tension never drops. The writers added in a genius aspect to the collective where extreme negative emotion by Carol is able to cause the whole world to seize again, which makes all of her outbursts a ticking time bomb. And with how often she's on airplanes, the audience always fears for the worst case scenario. Rhea Seehorn is an incredible lead, especially with how isolated she can be, and she is one of the greatest scene partners in the whole world. The whole world! The superb directing in this show is apparent with how you can tell the collective's personality through every single person on screen. The hundreds of people moving groceries, the woman who looks suspiciously like Carol's novel character, the 8-year-old sister to another survivor from across the world, the pilots, doctors, everyone, they all feel like the exact same person, and it's horrifying. Their calming HR talk might trick you into comfort for moments, but then they remind you why exactly Carol has to find a cure. But the most surprising thing? This is only talking about episode 3. The show will be releasing new episodes every Friday up until Boxing Day, December 26th. Not only that, but Vince believes that this show may go on for 4 seasons at this point, although he does say that his past shows have needed to change plans a lot in length. But all of this means that you have plenty of time to join me and the millions of others that have tuned into Pluribus. I hope you choose to join us. It really is incredible. If you have any thoughts on the show, please tag us at Sneak Peek TV on Instagram and let us know. We'll have more Sneak Peek after this commercial break.